What happens when a messy Hollywood divorce turns into a full-blown public scandal and ends with one star's wife in handcuffs? That's exactly what just happened to Scott Wolf's estranged wife, Kelley Wolf. Once known for her reality TV fame, Kelley is now making headlines for all the wrong reasons. Late Tuesday night, police showed up at her Utah home, and by the end of the night, she was behind bars. The charge? Electronic harassment. But the story doesn't stop there, because the twists leading up to her arrest are as dramatic as any TV script. It all went down in the quiet town of Summit County, Utah, far from Hollywood, but the drama was just as explosive. Late Tuesday night, deputies arrived at Kelley Wolf's home with an arrest warrant. The former Real World, New Orleans star, now 48, was taken into custody on suspicion of electronic harassment and disclosing private information online. At the time of her arrest, no bail had been set, and she hadn't even appeared before a judge. But in a move that stunned her followers, Kelley jumped on Instagram while police were literally at her door, posting that she was so scared and insisting she had done nothing wrong. But the real storm wasn't happening in court. It was unfolding on Kelley's own Instagram. In the days leading up to her arrest, she unleashed a series of fiery posts that shocked fans and family alike. She didn't just air dirty laundry. She went further, doxing Scott Wolf, relatives, and even exposing private conversations with her own children. The posts were raw, confrontational, and impossible to ignore. Each update felt more unhinged than the last, painting a chaotic picture of a woman unraveling in real time, all while thousands watched from their phones. And here's where things take an even darker turn. Just hours before her arrest, a Utah judge had signed a strict gag order, barring both Kelley and Scott from posting anything about their marriage, their kids, or their divorce online. The rules were crystal clear: no social media rants, no public accusations, and absolutely no disparaging remarks. But instead of staying silent, Kelley went on the offensive, violating the court order almost immediately with her online posts. That move didn't just fuel more drama. It practically set the stage for her arrest. The heart of this battle isn't just about social media. It's about custody. After 21 years of marriage, Kelley announced a split in June, and within days Scott filed for divorce. Since then, the fight over their 3 children has been at the center of everything. Court documents reveal Scott has temporary sole custody, along with full decision-making power, while Kelley's time with the kids is limited to supervised visits and a few weekly calls. For a mother who once had full access to her family, the restrictions were devastating, and insiders say that's what pushed her to lash out online in the first place. But Scott Wolf wasn't about to stay silent. In a statement to People, the Party of 5 star revealed messages that he says prove Kelley had a plan all along. According to Scott, Kelley admitted in text that she was prepared to make claims against him, even ones she didn't believe were true, in order to gain leverage in their custody fight. He called the accusations completely baseless and incredibly dangerous, warning that her strategy wasn't just about damaging him. It risked dragging their kids into a storm of lies and public chaos. To back it up, Scott even provided the text messages, saying it was the only way to protect his children and expose what he described as her malicious intent. Kelley, of course, wasn't about to let Scott's words go unanswered. In her own response, she struck a very different tone, insisting she didn't believe Scott would ever hurt their children. Instead, she painted herself as the one who had lost everything: her career, her reputation, and even her identity as a mother. In her words, "I've literally lost everything except my life." It was an emotional plea, but it also left many wondering, was this a heartfelt confession from someone broken by divorce, or just another attempt to sway public opinion? For longtime fans, Kelley's downfall feels almost surreal. 2 decades ago, she was the spirited breakout star of The Real World, New Orleans, carving out her place in the reality TV spotlight. But fast forward to now, and that once rising career has been overshadowed by a very public spiral. Her arrest, her online rants, and the bitter custody war have transformed her from a nostalgic MTV personality into the center of a messy Hollywood scandal. And it raises a bigger question: How often does reality TV fame end up colliding with very real-life consequences? So where does this leave Kelley Wolf now? With no bail, a looming court date, and a social media trail that may end up being her biggest enemy, the future looks uncertain. Will she face formal charges that could redefine her life forever? Or will this turn into yet another chapter in a long and messy divorce saga? One thing's for sure, the drama between Kelley and Scott Wolf is far from over. But what do you think? Is Kelley a victim of her own spiral, or is this a calculated move and a custody war gone too far? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to hit subscribe for more Hollywood scandals that keep everyone talking.